All right, I am just feeling compelled to do a little midweek check-in because there's a lot going on this week, as we've talked about. Today we've got Venus trining Pluto, right? And Venus is also squaring the North Node, and Venus is also opposing Neptune, right? So let's talk a little bit about Venus, right? Venus is the ruler of Taurus, also the ruler of Libra, and she's got a couple of different roles, right? In those areas of interest. Wow, hey. And so we know Venus is the god of love, right? She's Aphrodite, and so she's all about, you know, she was the inception of love into the world, right? Her birth was the inception of love into a world of chaos. And so she rules Taurus, right, which is all about having your needs met, tangible and intangible. And she also rules Libra, right, which is all about harmony and balance and justice, right? And those are pretty different expressions of the same kind of energy. So to have Venus trining Pluto right now is to have all of those 3D and powers of justice, awareness of the beauty of justice, right? Of the beauty of harmony at your back, kind of, right? Especially when we've got Saturn and Jupiter and Pluto all still together up in Capricorn, really asking us to do our business, right? With that whole growth and boundaries and power and transformation. So specifically today, as Venus meets up with Pluto, right? So we're talking about what we dig up from the depths, right? Pluto rules the underworld. So this is what you have buried, and whether that is skeletons or treasure, most people have both. And so it's about how you deal with that, right? Venus is in Virgo right now, and so that's really about taking care of business, right? And so if we can find the ways, and right now with this trine, you're being offered ways to deal with those things that have been hidden, right? All that stuff we've been digging up and dealing with and having to look at, whether we liked it or not, whether it was ugly or not, whether it was uncomfortable to pull out of the depths of ourself or not. We've had to look at it. Now we get to look at it in a new way, right? We might be looking at it as in that way of resource. Like, what can I do with this? How can this fuel me? How has this informed me? And how might I change it? How might I use it to create from in the future, right? We got the Taurus energy, you know, being ruled by Venus. We've also got Uranus in Taurus right now, right? Opposed to our retrograding Mercury, asking us, are we really committed? Are we really committed to the things that we've dug up? Are we committed to this? Are we committed to growing from it, right? Are we committed to repurposing it? Or is it something we want to give away, right? You know how when you declutter your life, you've got that donate, trash, and recycle pile. Well, this is kind of that moment, you know, with Venus and Virgo. What are you going to do with it? You've dug it up. You've been dealing with it really, really hot and heavy for the last 10 months, to be exact. And what are you going to do with it now? You going to donate it? Nobody wants it. Are you going to recycle it? Oh, you might just end up giving that to the light. You going to keep it? Maybe. You might keep it. You might not. You might not. All right. So contemplate too that Mercury retrograde opposite Taurus right now, which will culminate on the full moon on the 31st. Happy Halloween. You know, Taurus is asking you, throw it out. Good heavens, if you don't need it, get rid of it. Do not express it anymore. Do not keep it hidden. Do not keep it in your back pocket. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Yeah. We've also got the moon about to roll through all of our big three up in Capricorn. So those feelings, right, which are the foundation of our lives, right? Venus asks us, what do we love? What do you love? Well, the moon's about to roll through Capricorn up there and ask us to look at things we love, to feel into them in a different way. Feel into how you can transform. Feel into what your boundaries are. Feel into where you get your power. Feel into what you're keeping secret. Feel into what has held power over you, right? What has been your boundary, that has been your restriction because you kept it secret. And how, Venus in Virgo, can you exercise those demons? Look again. Come on. How can you exercise your demons? I'll tell you how you exercise your demons. You love them. Venus in Virgo, you love them. You put those demons to work. That's what you do. You don't exercise demons. You learn to love them, and you learn to make them work for you, right? Because what are your demons? They're just pieces of you. They're just pieces of you that have been buried for so long that they might not be recognizable. They might be covered in muck and mire and yucky stuff. You might need to power wash those things and really look at what's under there. And most often, when we see the pain of our demons, right? We've got Chiron in conjunct that Mercury right now. Chiron's squaring that moon right now. When you wash them off and really look at them, witness them for what they are, they're just an opportunity to love your demon more. What is your demon, right? But your pain. That's all your demons ever are. Is your pain and how you react to it and how you react with it and how you flinch away from it, which is completely natural, right? Those reactive moments are completely natural. But Virgo and Venus, that is priestess energy. That is about loving as service and loving in service and loving with service. Queen of Pentacles, thank you very much. So Venus is opposing Neptune right now. And Neptune is all about that highest space, right? Highest love. And an opposition, right? In Eileen land, we know that those oppositions are just opportunities. So if Venus is opposing Neptune in Pisces, wow, talk about diving and diving and diving into the depths. That's where all the good stuff is found. Poseidon's realm is not that much different than Pluto's, right? Neptune rules the sea, but there's a lot of goodies buried there too. So what better way to express, to navigate all of your spelunking than to find those piles? Keep, donate, recycle. Don't forget that there's a trash pile. You know, you can give it all back. You don't have to handle it. You can give it back and not deal with it at all. There's no requirement that says you got to keep or deal with everything. You can say, here you go, right back to the light. You can do those things. It's really okay. All right, let's have a look. So we got the Knight of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So Knight of Pentacles, slowest knight in the deck. We're coming. I'm bringing you something. We're moving forward. We have what we need, but I'm moving slowly, right? I am in no hurry. I'm in no rush. I have nowhere I must be with any speed, and I'm going to make sure that I get to the destination. It's all about the destination, right? It's all about the destination. And when I get there, I have something for you. The Hierophant is about systems, right? And beliefs and what you may have believed in the past, right? And what you may be moving away from, right? We don't need this. We don't need this anymore. Capricorn. All that Capricorn energy, if it's not serving, if it's not part of your function, if it's not part of the way that it's going to move you forward, if this resource is not part of your past, you don't need it, and we're going to leave it back there, right? We don't need those old beliefs. We do not need them. Because we're moving forward, right? We're moving toward victory, y'all. Something so much better, right? We've even got a better horse. This is inspired. This is divine victory. This is laurels. This is how you come into your own. How do you do it? Well, you've got your pentacle. You've got your little bunny of abundance. You are well resourced. You are full of abundance and the awareness of your abundance, right? The fullest expression of your abundance. What might not have been evident back here, we moved away from it. We moved toward it. We moved right into that fullness. That's what's being asked of you. Venus and Virgo, right? How can I leave the things behind me that I no longer require? And man, don't we get tired of saying the things that don't serve you anymore get to stay in the past? Well, here's the deal. It's truth. It's just a truth. We make a decision, right? We make a decision which is about cutting away what we don't need. And the bottom line is, if it's not serving you, it needs to stay in the past. That's not where you're going now. That's not where you're headed. That's not where your abundance lies. That's not where the love, right? Rabbits, flowers, abundance, joy. That's not where you're going. It might not have been where you've been. You might have thought that's where you were, but you moved away from it. You moved into that victory. You don't need that old crap anymore. So we got the Six of Swords again. Completely different decks. It just keeps coming. Transition, transition, transition. This is the message. We are in transition. We are moving away from the turbulence. We are moving forward. And again, we have protection. We have a ferryman, right? We have someone who's willing and capable to get us where we need to go, to these calmer waters, to bring us the new ideas, to serve with that inspiration, to put that passion to work, those things that we've discovered, right? We're putting them to work here. The Seven of Wands is about defending those things that you have learned, have earned, right? The Six of Wands, this victory card, is about that moment of victory. Seven of Wands asks us to know that what we did was the right thing, to stand in strength. That yes, we have arrived and we are ready to defend what we have earned, right? Our hard-won victory, our hard-won challenge, our hard-won transformation, this transition. Here we are. I am willing to fight for that, right? It's important. Of course, culminating in the Fool, right? We've had him a few times too, and You know, here's what he's telling us. The sun is shining, right? You have what you require. And by the way, you require very, very little. You know what's in here? Faith. That's what's in here. That's all you really require in any journey. Wherever you're going to step and walk, it doesn't matter, because faith is going to carry you over whatever obstacles, whatever old ways you don't need anymore. All you really require is this piece of faith. Knight of Swords, I am willing to be responsible for my new ideas. I'm willing to defend them, right? I'm willing to defend my new position. This card of freedom, no longer being bound by what was, right? Being willing to move into the future and accept, claim my abundance, my victory over all those things that we've been working on, right? I'm ready to transition, and I'm ready to stand as defender of my own freedom, right? It's big stuff. Venus, Pluto. Also, for the rest of this week, Venus, Saturn, too. We trine Venus, Saturn. That's, again, about long-term plans, right? About your long-term plans. Trusting that long game. Being ready to reap your rewards, right, in that long game. And knowing that where you were was necessary to get you to where you are. That transition was required, and it's okay to be where you are. It's okay to trust the newness, to trust the courage of your convictions, right? Your ideas. Oh, dang, look at that. New life. Really, y'all. I love it. Number 39. Hang on, let me get there. Oh, look at her. She's so happy. She's waking up. She's waking up, coming out of her little egg. Do you see that? New life. The birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself. When spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around and in your very core. Blossoms burst. Blossoms burst from trees overnight. Birds return home and sing their glorious songs, and nature is full of promise. Miracles beckon all of us. This is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. All is well in your world. You have the energy you need to feel renewed. Allow your heart to fill with enthusiasm. Let your light shine, for this is a time of good fortune. This is a time to connect with others and share excitement, passion, and hearts full of joy. Delight in the bounty that begins to appear in surprising forms. Stay curious and know that your hopes and dreams are being fulfilled. It's as if new life suddenly infuses your projects, work, and creative ideas with a kind of electricity that crackles with exciting potentials. Fortune is smiling on you. I have nothing to add to that except this is the part where it's all about faith. This is the part where you have to recognize the work you've done and claim it. Claim the fact that you've moved away from old beliefs that were limiting you, from old ideas, right, into this new concept of inspired movement forward, right? It's okay to take it slow. It's okay to take it slow. But you got to know that when it's time, you'll know exactly where you're going and you'll be there, right? Don't forget you've got help. Don't forget you've got help. I love it. Have a good week, guys. Venus, as always, it's all about love and all of love's forms, right? Your old ideas of love, your new ideas of love, the way you've transitioned into those new ideas of love, and the way that you have to trust those new ideas, that new way of experiencing as love, right? Welcome to your new life. We're getting there. Big, giant blessings.